All right, G Money, we are live. Well, we're live on a Sunday night. As always, Rich Widmer with the Unbroken Talk, another unbelievable interviewee, and it really spells out another inspirational story. The young man, and I say young man, he's young. He's got no gray. I mean,
I
I still got
know.
the good looks. Is it age before beauty? In any event. John Mills, before I intro him, John Mills sitting on the other side. We got G Money right in the center. I love these. They'll never get old. This is what the platform's all about. It's all about inspiration. And John is a perfect example. I had the pleasure and honor of kind of getting a little sample on what he's been through. And I got to tell you, man, it's just, I can't wait to hear it unfold because we do this, John, and I know this is what you're all about. You're going to share your journey from start to finish, and I talk about this to G all the time. It's like drama sells, right? Reality TV is so popular because it's so relatable, right? I mean, it's so friggin' relatable. And the relation is what? It's all about fucking negativity and drama and who's doing this and who's doing that. And everybody's so excited to watch it because they can relate to having drama in their life. Well, I mean, that's all great, jiffy, dandy, all the above. But what about the individuals that realize that it doesn't always have to be like that? Realize that I can come out of it and be a better version of myself. And I'm anxious to hear this because I know you had the two powerful elements and you're going to fill these two powerful elements out as you unpack your story. But, to really make a difference in one's lives, everybody always has two major things. And that's the first thing is a defining moment. And John, you know what I'm talking about when it becomes a defining moment. You reach a point that it's like, fuck this. I had enough. Whatever it may be. It could be, from a physicality of being the obvious, right? Overweight, or, it could be a drug addiction, or it could be an abusive behavior. It could be anything, any of the above, but it's like, I had enough. Well, a lot of people say that. But when it comes down to an inspiration, there's something that's inspiring. It could be potentially, we hear a lot where it's either, faith driven, family driven, kid driven, potentially something that just says, man, every day I got that in my head. I'm going balls to the wall and I'm tearing it up. And John is no different. I can't wait to hear the unpack of his story, right, G? I mean, it's
Right.
going to be super
Yep.
excited. So that's what this is about, the Unbroken Talk. So, John, without further ado, the story begins when you were a young kid, right? So
Absolutely.
take it. Take us to the beginning, my friend. Take us on your journey.
And I was I hit a growth spurt really early when I was 12 years old. I was 6'2" and 110 pounds. If I turned sideways, the kid be like, they'd be like, "Where's John?" I
Holy
had
shit.
yeah, I had body dysmorphia from a very early age, and I wanted to do sports. I had the passion, but there was coordination wasn't there. It was kind of like I like to tell people it was like a drunk giraffe on roller skates. That was kind of me. That I was just completely uncoordinated. I wanted to play basketball, football, whatever. It just wasn't happening. And as I got through life, the body dysmorphia never really left. The self-esteem was always in the dumps. And I got into gaming. I started working for a AAA gaming company. I worked for them for 10 years. And my entire life revolved around just getting out of bed, going to work on my computer or gaming on my computer. That was an 18, 19-hour day. And
Jesus,
So
you
you
were
were
John,
more introverted?
if I can, because that sounds like my kids growing up,
Hmm?
man. I think that's
Yeah, mine
everybody.
too.
But this
Yep.
is, I mean, you're how old now?
Oh, I'm 44.
Okay, so you're a young age, 44. I got
You look
years on you
so
in the great
younger.
old
I thought
lie.
you were like
Yeah.
in your 30s,
Yeah,
John.
I thought so too. You look fucking fantastic.
Thank
But
you. Yeah, amazing.
let's step back. So we're talking when it first started.
Yep.
How old were you when you really noticed of the issue of the body and the size and the height? How old were you?
Oh God, like 12. I mean, 12, 13,
You were
because
12.
yeah, I was the tallest guy in my class by leaps and bounds. I was the stick guy.
You
You couldn't,
said 6'2"?
yeah. Hmm? Yeah, I was 6'2"
You said about
at,
6'2"?
yeah,
Wow.
6'2" at 12.
Six.
Yeah, I'm
And
6'2"
no,
at 5 now.
basketball was not in. Yeah, so
And,
basketball wasn't in the cards because you couldn't keep the agility, right?
exactly. The coordination was not there.
So that continued, and then you got into then gaming. How old
Yep.
were you? When did that come into play?
I'm going to date myself here a little bit, but that would be around 1998 because, the internet was just starting to pop off. The big
Yep.
video games were starting to come out, and yeah, they got their hooks into me.
Right on. So you got offered to do were you gaming before? How did they find you? What was that all
Yeah,
about?
yeah. I was gaming before, doing things like playing in Nintendo 64, Xbox, stuff like that, having fun with my friends, and then we got into the online gaming scene, and then everything just kind of took off from there.
So lots of gaming, and I'm
Mhm.
sure, and I know from my kids doing it, the sleep was hardly ever, and the
Yeah.
nutrition and the habits. Talk to us about that. I'm sure it was shit, man.
Bro, yeah, here we go. So I was smoking probably 2 packs of cigarettes a day, and I was drinking probably 10 to 12 Coca-Colas a day, just sitting at my desk, smoking and drinking all day,
And just gaming like
just gaming.
most of the kids.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
so that lasted into how long, John? How long did that last into?
Got into my third.
Wow.
Shit, that was a long
It does
time.
become an
Oh,
addiction, though, like anything
it
else.
really
The
does.
gaming,
Yeah,
yeah,
the one part you're addicted to the game because you want to do better and constantly improve, but on the other side of it, there's the community aspect. That's where your friends are. You don't want to let them
right.
down, so you keep showing up to hang out with your friends on the game. And next thing you know, you don't have a real life. You just log into the game every day.
Right.
Yeah, so
So
that
that
I
did that
mean,
come from like when you didn't play sports and stuff? So did it become more of like an insecurity, and you got into gaming to kind of get into a community where you felt like you fit in, because you couldn't
Absolutely.
do, yeah,
Yeah, that I think it brings that need to be competitive out in you when you want to be competitive, but you necessarily can't. You got the want there, but executing is a completely different matter.
right.
yeah, that's interesting,
My
G, that
younger
you
son
bring that
went
up.
through that because he became introverted because he had issues with like ADHD and stuff. So he didn't do the sports. He was good at it, but he couldn't focus and do the sports. So he got into gaming. So yeah, it was the same thing. That's how.
Yep. It's kind of
Yeah,
like a comfort blanket and a security blanket. You got a
Right.
place to hide.
Right. Right. Exactly. And
yeah,
then,
that
like you said, it becomes a community for you.
Yep.
Become friends with those people, and you feel
Yep.
comfortable, and
I
that's where you
think, I
stay.
mean, you guys nail it on the head, but coming, as a parent with my three, went through the divorce, so I wasn't be really hands-on to tackle it. I've heard the aftermath or recognized it, but that was the sitter, that was the comfort, that was the avoid to deal with anything.
Right.
And I mean, that, listen, how bad is it that I'm in the apartment at the time with my daughter in a two-bedroom, which is probably like 800 square feet, and she's fucking texting me, what's for dinner? I mean, it's that level of not no communication, engulfed in the phone, engulfed in the TV. So this went on, and we could see. So you couldn't make it, not your choice because of the growth spurts you had in school, but your comfort became that computer. And you know what you've done is just segregated yourself off from the world. And then talk about the nutrition, the lack of sleep, how much body damage did you do? Because we know, and we're going to yet to show the audience the aftermath.
Yeah.
of when you tore it up. I mean, there's a fucking positive out of this, but how bad did you tear up your body, brother? I mean, shit.
Right.
Yeah. Fine. Yeah.
You're
So
right.
how about were you living alone or mom and dad still? What's the surroundings at this time?
Mm.
And man, this is such a and this is going to resonate with everybody. You know, all the kids now, because this is the biggest thing. So you're sitting in there. I mean, mom and dad, I'm sure they're, being old school, get the off the computer, go do something, and you're like, yeah, I'll be right there. And your girl was probably right in playing with you. I mean, that's how my kids. Yeah, yeah. So finally, well, at least, I mean, that is a scare. That's a defining moment for
Did
you.
you turn it around right away, or did it scare you enough where you were just decided that you were gonna, change right then, or did it take you a while? Oh, wow.
All right, that is big. Okay. Defining moment becomes you're scared of a lifetime. So, girlfriend there, when you went to the doctor, got the report, all the above? Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, quit smoking cold turkey. What was it? Cold
Oh,
turkey.
wow.
Gee, you hear that? That's fucking crazy, man.
That
So,
is crazy.
yeah,
It's
balls to the
something that
wall.
I struggled with, so that's why he's saying that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's the inspiration to get better. So you knew health and fitness was the term. What did you do? Go online and learn, or talk to us about it. How did it unfold? Right on, man. Right on. That's fucking awesome. I'll tell you what. I'm proud to say I did the Beachbody a little bit as well. The one forget what the hell it was. Anyway, it was. Hey, listen. I will date myself. I'm fucking old, G. Not it is John's so John became a stud. Continue on. We went from Beachbody. Continue the story, because I know I'm going to pop this picture up and it's not coming from a Beachbody workout. I could tell you that. It's definitely not.
Nobody likes burpees. So
Man,
at that point, you were still smoking? Right.
that's
Oh,
awesome,
cool.
dude. That's
Okay, that's
fucking
not
that.
bad. From 2 packs a day, 2 weeks? Wow, yeah. That's amazing. And to do it cold turkey is kudos to you because I did the gingers and the gum.
Yeah, I'm
I
surprised she's
could
not
not
fucking
do it.
smacking gum right now.
Listen, it's so, John, I just so you know, I'm not a full-time smoker anymore. I quit for 4 years and like I still struggle. Sometimes I go back to it. So, hmm.
Yeah. So, but here's what this.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
man, and do I say more? That's what this fucking channel's about. I love it. But
He watched
this
mine.
is,
I sent him
yeah,
mine,
I
right?
love it. Yeah, I love it. Well, this is where I want to just explore your brain just a little bit before you finish up your positive story, because this is the inspiration. It's like you said something that I want you to repeat. So you said something along the lines of, I am worth the change. Like, to say that, like, to get those formulate those words. You can, it's a while ago, but I'm sure it was probably like it was yesterday. Like, where down dig deep on it. Because listen, gaming, obsessed with, eating like shit, not sleeping. You know exactly the feeling of the majority of those teenagers sitting in front, because my kids were in it and they still have, and all the negative mental issues that come with it, because they make themselves an introvert and they don't socialize and all the struggles and that stuff. And all I'm going to say is, I'm not like, you can't game. I'm like, to that level, right? So you came out of it from a health reason, but you continued it, man. Like, what was going inside your head that said, I'm worth it? Like, this is the $1 million question. I want to know. What what made you say that to yourself, dude? Fuck
Hmm.
yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that comment on when you have that vision of an inspiration to yourself that you're worth it, was that right before the working out or in the process of it, where you started to, in essence, when was it? Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I love it, man. And I'm glad you pinpointed that because, and the point of this is because you had your lowest and now you're at your highest. It's that we always say, everybody will have that defining moment, but what's the inspiration that actually kicks it? And the health and fitness, and from, you're going to share, you got into training and all that good stuff as we continue, but this I want to drive home with is how healthy we know when, your body's your temple. When you start to treat it as such, when you're eating quality, you know how much it makes the body feel. When you're working out, the endorphins and the release of just all, and I say it without getting scientific, all the goodness, man, right? It
Yeah.
just feels good, especially, from the intense stress or just like, we've heard so many stories of, I go in the gym and because I say it all the time, I just try to beat the shit out of myself, but it feels so good, right? So that's awesome, brother. I'm glad you shared that. That is such a powerful point because a lot of people, in the circumstances of being stuck, they can have an inspirational moment and maybe some inspiration, but they don't feel that self-worth, man, right? I mean, they don't feel like they're worthy. And you saw that in yourself, man. So fucking kudos. Gee, you know what he's talking about.
I absolutely do.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Were
fucking
you in
great.
the gym at this point now, John, or are you still working out with Beachbody, or where are you at with that? Okay.
It's fucking
Nice.
great. That's
Nice.
awesome, man. I love it.
Yeah.
So now, years later, tell us, where are you doing it full time? Tell us where you are, like, right, where are you living? It is where's your home base? It's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I love that.
That is fucking
That is,
outstanding, man. That
yeah,
is outstanding.
that's
So I'm
amazing.
assuming you're being successful with some clients. That's got to be embracing. It's gotta, right?
Right.
I,
That's great. Yeah.
I can't, what my motto, it's, do as I say, do as I do, because
Mhm.
I give the advice from experience. And who better to give a gamer the experience to even game at a higher level than John, realizing, when you fuel your mind, body, and soul, then your vision is crystal clear. And I know I am by no, I look at those fucking screens, John, I get dizzy. I want no part of it. That's not me, brother. No, that's not me. But I know, you got to be focused and have, a swivel. So that is absolutely outstanding. But I do want to, so all the hard work and everything that you have done, it's worth noting really to see, let's see, is it this? Where are we? We got to share this. Gee, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Look
seriously,
at
John,
that.
the picture on the left is 2012, is it? 2014. Good
That was your
Lord,
first day
son.
working out.
And this picture to the right is when? Yesterday? Oh,
Oh,
shit, dude.
wow.
Oh, man.
So what
And
do
I
you look
want to
like now? Geez, I can't
absolutely,
wait to see.
right, G? So
Yeah.
just to make this clear, because this is where I'm super excited about it. I met John through his entry to one of the OCB unbroken, and I'm proud to say, natural bodybuilding
Natural.
organization. The competition is 6 weeks from now in Augusta, but when I say
Were you ready?
natural is polygraph and 100%, and the polygraph and the winners to earn their pro card, Pina Cup, which that means, and it's really tested and they get the results. And I say this wholeheartedly because there's organizations, which I won't name any, that say they're natural and they're full of shit because it's just natural of natural. Are you natural? That's the question. But in any event, John, this is fucking ridiculously awesome. Dude, I am
So,
so
John, is
proud of
this your
you.
first competition? Have you competed before? Oh, your first one. That's even more exciting.
Brother, that's
Nice.
awesome. Yeah, dude, I am super psyched. Yes, and when you're saying their inspiration, that's what it's all about. So this is an unbelievable interview, which fuck, man, you know what? He's the first one, and I'm going to repeat it. Just he valued himself. He was valued, man. I love that shit. I really do. I think that is. I might have to say that a bunch of times to people. You got to value yourself, man. You got to look in the mirror and know your worth. Right? That's great.
I cannot wait to see you up on
Yeah,
stage.
it's going to be
That's
fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Next
we're
week.
gonna. Yeah,
Yeah, of course, yes. We wouldn't
I wouldn't want it
we
any
would
other
hope
way.
that you would be. Yep.
Yeah. So all the gamers out there and anybody that can absolutely relate, which this podcast should resonate to so, what final words, John, would you say to them? Anything at all? You grip it and rip it, my friend. That is absolutely
Yeah.
awesome. And you were never broken on this. So I know you have something final words to say. Standing. I love it. I love it. John, thank you so much for coming on, brother. I'll be
We
talking to
all
you soon, and
appreciate.
we'll see you in 6 weeks. All
Yes.
righty. Yeah. All right. See ya.